Velveteen Dream, Ember Moon, Red Dragon, Adam Cole, and Johnny Gargano. You had Velveteen Dream, Ember Moon, Red Dragon, Adam Cole, and Almas.
Correct.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, we're on the same wavelength, though. NXT kind of does things the right way, and I hope they continue with this show. And frankly, this show on paper, this is one of the strongest takeover shows, and they always have amazing shows. I'm really looking forward to watching this tomorrow night.
Yeah, I am too. These shows, I mean, anytime even that I consider them not delivering, they usually end up delivering. So I'm really looking forward to it as well.
So that's going to lead us into the Royal Rumble 2018, 2 days away, 48 hours, in Philadelphia. As we just said, same spot where TakeOver is going to be. They just announced a couple of matchups today. I don't know if you were able to see the pre-show matches. I have my predictions for them. Not that it really matters. The first one is going to be a glorious open challenge for the U.S. Heavyweight title. Bobby Roode versus question mark. I guess my question will be, I haven't read anything. I would also like to say I haven't read anything in regards to spoilers, predictions, betting odds, anything about this entire pay-per-view. The only thing I heard was what everybody else has said about Daniel Bryan being the favorite to win and Ronda Rousey being the favorite to win. That's all I've heard. I don't even know if it's true, but so going into this, as far as the open challenge goes, why I'm saying is I don't know if there's a rumored participant of who's going to accept it or what's going to happen, but I don't see Bobby Roode losing the title no matter who it is. Who do you think it's going to be?
I really don't know. I mean, it's the pre-show, right? So I can't imagine it would be anybody too major. I'm just kind of looking up and down the card. I couldn't even venture a guess really at this point. As far as who it would be, I don't think it'll be a main player. It'll probably just be somebody that maybe he's in the mid card on SmackDown that doesn't have a match or isn't declared for the run.
Ty Dillinger.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, I was thinking of him too. I see his name here in the list of participants in the Rumble, but I mean, certainly he could work a match and then do the Rumble later in the night.
I just want to tell you really quick. I have House of Hardcore on in the background. The main event appears to be Shane Douglas with, I guess the tag team is Magnus and Joey Mercury against Billy Gunn and Tommy Dreamer and the re-debuting Bubba Ray Dudley, apparently. So that was the surprise tonight. So good for them, man. That's quite a lot of talent on that show. Wouldn't expect to see Bubba Ray Dudley there. Didn't he retire like 3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
I think he did.
It's a good run.
Well, actually, speaking of things we're not going to care about, the other two other matches were announced today for the pre-show. Kalisto, Lince Dorado, and Grand Metalik versus TJP, Jack Gallagher, and Drew Gulak. I'm going with Gulak's team because I love me some Gulak, and I'm a big fan of the PowerPoint presentation. So, yeah.
I'll just go with the baby faces because it's the pre-show.
Oh, you got to go with Gulak, bro. Did you see his new PowerPoint shirt?
No, but I feel like I should check it out.
You remember the Catch Point shirt?
Yes.
It's that, but instead of Catch Point, it's PowerPoint. It's tremendous. Big fan of it.
That is excellent.
The other pre-show match, the last one is the Revival versus Gallows and Anderson. The Revival has to win. No two ways about it. They just got embarrassed at Raw 25. They lost the Gallows and Anderson in probably 4 or 5 minutes, and they got their asses kicked by a bunch of legends. If you want them to ever be taken seriously again, I mean, you have to give them a win here. I know it's just the definition of WWE's 50-50 booking, but the Revival need to win. No two ways about it.
Yeah, I agree. I think I'll take the Revival here. I know they lost on Monday at Raw 25, so I think they'll take the win back here, and hopefully better things ahead for those guys.
Can't get much worse. Literally cannot get much worse. Now on to the main show of Royal Rumble 2018. Let's start with the SmackDown. SmackDown World Tag Team Championship. The Usos versus Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Man, the Usos have been hot. They've been probably the best tag team in WWE, I would say, like the last 10 years. They've been consistent with this new kind of urbanish outlook, look and everything. They've been I mean, they're connecting with the crowd. Their matches are great. Jey Uso getting a D week kind of put a damper on things, I think. But they've really been pushing Gable and Benjamin as legitimate contenders, and I think they pull off the upset here, and you get your new SmackDown Tag Team Champions.
Yeah, I was back and forth on this one too. I'm gonna say the Usos will retain. It probably is the right time though to pull the trigger on Gable and Benjamin winning them because I know they've come close a few times. But I'll just say that the Usos will retain in this match and keep the tag titles.
Okay. We'll keep with the tag team vein. Raw tag team titles: Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan versus Sheamus and Cesaro. I was back and forth in this one for quite some time. The Bar, Sheamus and Cesaro, have been in the tag title picture for probably the last 2 years or so. I don't know what else they could do. I don't know where they go with a loss here. They seem the Rollins and Jordan thing kind of has some legs to it. You could see Jason Jordan is kind of being like a total douche, but then Rollins kind of feels bad for him, protects him. I don't know. I just don't know what you do with Sheamus and Cesaro if they lose. So I think Sheamus and Cesaro take the titles.
Yeah, I agree for the same reasons. I think that if they lose this, I don't know where they go from here as a team if they're going to continue as a team. And the Rollins and Jordan thing just seemed kind of like they changed direction a little bit with Ambrose getting hurt, and I would imagine that they're going to split up at some point soon. So my guess would be that they're going to drop the titles here and maybe drop a rematch, and then they'll end up feuding against each other shortly after that. So I'll also take Cesaro and Sheamus.
Okay. That'll lead us into the. You want to go to the Rumbles match, or do you want to go to the?
Let's do the title matches and then the Rumbles.
Okay, so why don't you kick us off with the SmackDown World Title?
AJ Styles against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn in a handicap match.
Cammy, bro.
Cammy, excuse me. Unfortunately, AJ Styles has taken a lot of pinfall losses in the build-up to this match, which I'm not so thrilled about, as you know. But I think that they're going to find a way to keep the championship on AJ here. I just think the whole proposed co-champions thing would be too weird. I hope that they don't do it. So I'm going to pick AJ Styles to retain the WWE title.
I'm 100% with you. I will say, though, if AJ is going to take pinfall losses to somebody in a non-title match, my heart is happy that it's Sami Zayn. We've been saying for quite some time that Zayn's been underused and underutilized and just wasted, and I think this is I just think it's a great spot for me. He's finally getting the recognition he deserves. I agree completely. I think AJ keeps the title. I hope they don't go into an Owens turns on Zayn feud. I don't want to see that again right now. I think you keep the title on AJ. Maybe you have Shane McMahon do like a full heel turn, or I don't even know if it'd be a face turn or a heel. I don't even know what it'll be. But I think Shane McMahon is the reason for it, and I think AJ Styles is your champion.
Agreed.
All right, so take us into the Universal.
We got a triple threat match with Brock Lesnar defending against both Braun Strowman and Kane. I'll save any sort of snide or sarcastic remarks about Kane being in the match. It just seems to me that he's there to take the loss, and unless there's been a dramatic change in direction for what they want to do at WrestleMania, I believe that Brock Lesnar is going to retain the title here by pinning Kane.
Okay. I said this. In case anybody's interested, I had some time today and I wrote up all my predictions. And I will say, I was like, no two ways about it. Make no bones about it. Kane is in this match to get pinned. That's it. So I agree with you completely. I almost forget that Brock Lesnar has been the Universal Champion because it seems like he's been on Raw even less than normal lately. I think they have the proverbial rocket strapped to Braun Strowman, and I think they're going all the way with it. He gets like 5 segments on Raw each week. He's flipping trucks. He's taking down scaffolding with a grappling hook. The guy, it's Monday Night Braun, and I think they put the title on him.
I like that. A Monday Night Braun. That's excellent.
It is. All right, so that's going to lead us to the women's Royal Rumble match. I know I said earlier, everybody's talking about Ronda Rousey participating in the Royal Rumble and winning it. I'm disqualifying her because I don't care, and I don't believe that to happen. So I'm taking her out of it completely. I think there's only 15, 16 women announced for the match?
According to what I have up here on Wikipedia, there are 18 women announced for the Rumble match of the 30 that will be in it.
Okay, I have a question for you. Alexa Bliss and Charlotte, are they not in the match, or?
Right, yeah, they are not in the match.
So what are they going to be doing?
I think they're just going to be, well, I don't know what they're going to be doing, actually. I thought maybe they would be doing commentary, but sure enough, Stephanie McMahon is going to be joining commentary for this match. So
I heard that this morning. It was god-awful. I heard that's terrible.
It's unfortunate. But yeah, I don't think they're going to be doing much or anything. I'm sure they'll just be there, maybe do some backstage interview or something. But that's it. But there's 18 women in it currently right now.
I think, I know it's expected, but I think you go with Asuka. I think Asuka, even though she dumped the girls on Monday, usually the girls, kind of like anything going to the pay-per-view, whoever gets the upper hand the week before doesn't usually win. I still think they go ahead and they do Asuka and Alexa Bliss. Yeah, I think they do Asuka and Alexa Bliss at WrestleMania. I think that's where the money is. If you could do Asuka and Charlotte even would be cool too, but I think Asuka wins.
So am I allowed to pick Rousey in this, or is that disqualified because we don't want to go down that path?
I personally don't want to go down that path, but you are more than welcome to do anything you like. But I'm letting you know now. You know how blinded with fury I will be should this happen.
Yes, I'm well aware. So I think that I really don't know, of course, if she's going to be there or not. I know she came out in the last few days and said that she's not even going to be in the country. She's going to film a movie, so she won't be even in the U.S. And there was some rumor recently also that came out about her joining, and I think it was downplayed by Triple H, and they just had initial discussions and things like that. So they have me buying in that that's all fake news and that she's going to be number 30
nice,
in the Rumble.
Fake news.
And that she'll be number 30 in the Rumble and win and face Charlotte at WrestleMania for the Women's Championship. That's my thought. Now, that's, I guess, my official pick. If she's not in it and she doesn't win, then to be different, I'm going to go with Carmella as far as the entrants that are currently in it. I'm going to say Carmella because I think it would be neat if she had the Money in the Bank briefcase and the Rumble title shot, and she had a title match at WrestleMania against Charlotte maybe and lost, and then maybe cashed in right away afterwards or something and then won the title. I could see something like that happening. So officially my pick is Ronda Rousey. If we're going to not go down that path, I will take Carmella as my my backup pick for the Women's Rumble.
Okay, since you're giving backup picks, my backup pick will then be Nia Jax. Fine.
I sense some sarcasm and disdain in your response. I'm not sure why.
Because I'm so mad that I just watched Tommy Dreamer attempt to put Joey Mercury through a table with a running DVD, and the table stood up, and Joey Mercury just ate that shit head first. God. Sorry, I feel bad for him. Yeah, I just don't want Ronda Rousey anywhere near the WWE, anything successful. And, in a fight, I'm going to be honest with you. In a fight straight up with Asuka, I'm not so sure Ronda Rousey actually wins. That might be very controversial because she was in the UFC. Yeah, do me a favor. Watch Asuka versus Suzuki. When it was, did you remember seeing that when he shot on? Well, it was the quote unquote work shoot, and he beat the shit out of her.
Yeah, you sent me the video actually.
Yeah, let me tell you something. She took more shots in that match than Ronda Rousey has taken in her entire UFC career. So I'm going with Asuka in a one-on-one fight. That shows how biased I am. That being said, we're gonna head over to the men's Royal Rumble.